Welcome back, another week, another video. It's been a while since we've done a seafood dish, so today we're going to make a honey garlic glazed salmon. Not too many ingredients as you can see, but it's going to be full of flavor. Hit that subscribe button and let's get started here on Cook! Don't be lazy! So for this marinade, which is eventually going to turn into our glaze, take about 3 tablespoons of melted butter, some soy sauce. Can I open it? I'm gonna eyeball it about 3 or 4 tablespoons. Was that about 3 or 4 tablespoons? Let me be on the safe side. Let me be on the safe side. Put a little bit more. Never gonna hurt. Some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. Some Dijon Mustard. Squirt about 2 tablespoons. I don't even know if my measurements are correct, but oh well. We're going with it. Some honey. About a 3-second squirt. Some cayenne pepper for a little heat. About 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And I keep saying in my videos, I don't know the difference between light and dark brown, but I'm always using light brown. And a little bit of minced garlic. I'm going to grab a decent sized spoonful and get this stirred in. The next thing you want to do is grab your salmon. I'm using Atlantic salmon, but the most important thing to note is skinless. I'll explain that in a little bit. Grab yourself a bag and let's put it all together. So take your salmon, put it inside your bag. Look at that, just enough space for 4, tightly squeezed. Take your marinade / glaze, pour it into the bag, get as much of that flavor in there as you can. Seal it, make sure it's very well mixed, toss it into the fridge. For how long? The longer we let it marinate, the longer those flavors are going to infuse, the tenderer that salmon is going to be. Bottom line, the longer equals more flavorful. What are we going to do for an hour? Minimum. Well, I'm going to drink me a little milk. 1 hour later, take the fish out, and let's put this bad boy on the counter. We're gonna let it rest for about 15 to 20 minutes because we need to let it come up to room temperature. In the meantime, preheat your oven 400 degrees. While we're waiting for those 15 to 20 minutes, that's a good time to make your side. I'm gonna make some rice. While I'm making the rice, we gotta do just a little bit of prep work so that we can get this fish into the oven. Let me show you what we're gonna do. So real easy, slice up some lemons and put it at the bottom of your casserole dish. That's going to act as kind of like a stand for our fishy. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get our hands dirty and place our fishy on top of our lemon. It is a little messy, I ain't gonna lie. One more. Woo! Tip, wash your hands, but not before pouring over all this extra yummy flavor. Into the dish. Get as much as you can in there. Now, you can wash your hand. Once you wash your hands, take some aluminum foil, cover up your dish. Let's go ahead and stick it in the oven. So at this point, we've got our rice cooking, we got our fishy fish cooking. We're gonna let that cook for about 10 minutes before we check up on it. In the meantime, go ahead and drink a little bit more milk. Alright, let's take this bad boy out of the oven and let's check up on it. What we're going to do is we're going to try to slurp up some of the juices and rebaste the salmon, not salmon. There's no L in the pronunciation, so that was my mistake. So rebaste it. And then we're going to stick it back in the oven. Uncovered. So how much longer do we have? About 7 to 10 minutes. After that, time to plate up. So going back to the skinless thing, if we use fishy with skin on it, normally you want to fry that skin so it's nice and crunchy. Being that we're baking it, that skin's going to get mushy, so that's a big no-no. So go for skinless fishy when making this honey garlic glazed salmon. I'll see you guys next week here on Cook! Don't be lazy!